don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
So guys, DC Fandome is finally over. It was a very long event from 10:30 PM till 6:30 AM. That's right, 6:30 AM. And all four of us, we were up and we were ready for all the new reveals, the trailers, the sneak peek and everything. The video games, to TV series, to movies, everything was there and it was a blast. I mean, I had fun. So before the start of DC Fandome, the teaser trailer of Justice League, the Snyder Cut version was accidentally leaked by a certain YouTuber and his account was taken down. So we already saw a very pixelated version of the sneak peek / teaser trailer, and when we saw it, we knew this is the official one, although it was a leak, but it was taken down. So from that point onwards, we knew what we were going in for. But at exactly between 3 AM to 3:15 AM ish, the Snyder panel started in DC Fandome, and we saw the sneak peek trailer, and boy, it's gonna be a completely different movie.
So before we start off with this trailer breakdown, whatever you say, I'll start off with the soundtrack. Yes guys, hallelujah, Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. I know most of you will be like, Watchmen, exactly, I get it. It was there in Watchmen and we got it here too. But I've seen a lot of you are complaining. I won't say complaining as in you were not too much happy with the soundtrack, what you got. But let me explain you. Now, this is my opinion, okay? It's fine, okay? Everyone has their own opinion about it. See, if you listen to the soundtrack and listen to the lyrics, and with the trailer, you see, Zack has edited in such a beautiful way. It's like the lyrics plays along with those scenes and you can relate it. For a moment it felt like as if it was Zack trying to tell the fans, through the lyrics, this is what you want, this is what you get. And you finally got, of course, because this is what we wanted, guys. And I felt kind of a connection, and anyways it was a teaser, of course. Maybe in the full trailer, the trailer what we'll be getting in the official trailer will have the more scenes, the actual soundtrack of Junkie XL and other stuffs in it, right? But I believe it was kind of a touchy. Being a Snyder fan, and to all the Snyder fans, I believe you can relate with the soundtrack and the video. So enough of that, I would say. So handing over to Ren again. So that's how we start off now, right? Here we go.
Okay guys, now time for a frame by frame trailer breakdown for the Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. And the first shot is that of Darkseid. Not Darkseid, sorry. That's not Darkseid. That's Euxis. This is before he was Darkseid. This is before, I think he was still, I won't call him a kid, but yeah, he was on his way to become Darkseid. And as you can see, he's using that axe. He does not have his Omega beams. And also, this I believe is from the Great War, which involved the Atlanteans, the humans, the Themyscirians, of course, the Lanterns as well. And my god, Darkseid looks so epic. Fun fact, Thanos is actually inspired by Darkseid. So one can say Thanos is ripped off from Darkseid. Well, that's up to you. Now this shot is from Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, in the final act when Superman, Batman and Wonder Woman, they fight off Doomsday. And this is the part where Superman dies, he gets killed, he gets impaled by one of Doomsday's stony nails, and I think that greenish energy is it's from the Kryptonian spear, I think. And you can see Doomsday's hand. Yeah, you can see Doomsday's hand right there. He's holding Superman, and this happened in that abandoned island somewhere in Metropolis, and that's all the Kryptonian energy that you can see. Alright, the next scene is very important. There are lots of Easter eggs here, so buckle up. we can see that the Justice League Hall of Justice, the Hall of Justice is down. It's finished. It's eviscerated, and you can see those are the ships of Darkseid and the spaceships of Darkseid, and they are from his homeworld Apocalypse. And you can also see Aquaman's trident right there. You can see a portrait of Thomas Wayne. So this clearly means that the Hall of Justice was in fact Wayne Manor, and that was seen in the end of the Justice League movie, where Batman and Alfred, they set up the place for the Hall of Justice. And if there are some more tidbits right here, there are parademons as well. There are Darkseid lackeys. There are some parademons, and also if once as the shot progresses, you see the Omega symbol of Darkseid, which means that the Earth has been conquered. And also this same scene, the Omega symbol, was seen in the nightmare sequence in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Wait! There's also the Joker card, right? If once once the camera is moving towards those ships, you can see a Joker card as well. So obviously, I'm sure Jared Leto's Joker was involved here somewhere or the other.
Coming to this next part, you see this logo, guys? Watch it again carefully. Warner Max. Now, what is it, guys? We heard about HBO Max, and what is Warner Max? Now, this is interesting because it's, of course, this HBO Max has to go up with Disney Plus, Netflix, but as of now, they're just trying to target Disney Plus, because Warner Max will be releasing like movies, at least 8 to 10 movies. That's what they have said, like 8 to 10 films annually for the services, like the way Mulan is also getting released in Disney Plus. So I believe like now Zack Snyder's Justice League is not going to come up in the theaters, so it's the best way to release it in HBO Max or like through Warner Max, under Warner Max, now whatever it is. Now I'm just guessing, so unlike like the Netflix original movies or maybe any future HBO Max movies, or this, the movies that they won't release in the theater, or they'll just release it in the streaming services, will be under Warner Max. Interesting. Well, unfortunately in India we haven't received, or we didn't get HBO Max yet. I hope we get it before the movie comes in, right? So far looks good. Warner Max sounds good. You can see the arrow, right? So in the theatrical cut we see Hippolyta, of course her mom, I think sending her that signal, you know, maybe this is how she receives the signal, because we don't get to see, okay, because in theatrical cut she just like sees that like, you know, like in the TV, I believe, something burning up, you know. I don't remember the theatrical cut that much, but yes, this is how she comes and discovers it. And maybe after this is when she goes around, you know, seeing those Darkseid wall prints, you know, the Great War prints in the museum or whatever this place is. I guess after this that takes place, this is what it looks like, but visually amazing again. Now moving ahead, we do get to see, yeah, we have seen this scene in what you call in the first I can say not exactly first, in the second trailer of the first Justice League movie, of course. And we see him looking at a Superman hologram, and I believe this might be the time where I think he's planning how to resurrect him, or just thinking about him. It's still funny how a lot of people were thinking that that's Supergirl, but what if it is? I know that's not happening, but yeah, but you know, anyone can guess. That's okay. Coming to this again, I think this is we have got half of that scene, right, from the bar scene, Aquaman, and of course look at it, like visually it is just amazing, this whole scene completely. And he goes and takes off his shirt, you know, like, or t-shirt or whatever you can say. So like things like that is what we have missed. So I believe every scene was elaborated. You know, there's a deeper story to it which we have missed. And yes, we're getting it. We're getting all of it.
Now the next shot we see Victor Stone. He's not cyborg yet. So this was back when he was a star football player. And he is from Gotham City University. He was a star quarterback. And also we could see parts. We never saw Victor Stone before the accident that made him cyborg in the Justice League movie. However, we did see him just as Victor Stone in the Justice League trailer, but that was completely removed. And as far as we know, he is the hero here. He's the hometown college hero, probably having a match with Metropolis University or something. And also you can see his mother is right there, a very happy mother, and sadly, obviously, his father is not there because his father must be busy at Star Labs. The next shot, finally, we have the black suited Superman. And let me tell you something, this scene, this part was released separately from the movie, and from when Justice League was in pre-production, it was heavily rumored that we'll see a black suited Superman, but that never happened in the final theatrical cut. And this scene was released later on, and I believe they never really had an actual black suited Superman suit, but this might be a CGI version of the blue suit. And by God, I wish it had the 90s touch to it. You know, when Superman, he's resurrected from when he's in Fortress of Solitude, and he has his long mullet, the curly hair and the beard, and the 90s Superman. There was no cape. I would have really wanted that, but I'm happy with this one as well. Also, there are rumors that Hans Zimmer's popular Superman theme in the Snyderverse, known as First Flight, when this scene is being played, probably a second version of First Flight can be heard. Apparently, that's just rumor, so take it with a pinch of salt.
Nice. And the next shot, of course, this Flash, again breaking to the window. We got this scene again, at least half of it, in the second trailer of the Justice League, whatever. But again, this scene was not there in the movie. And what we get to see here, that of course he breaks the glass to save Iris. Now my question is that, what happens to her? Like, why the car flips this way, or something happened, or she loses control, or some accident happened, because it doesn't look like somebody attacked. Not to me. But I love this moment, you know, that he rescues her, and finally we're at least getting to see Iris. I felt bad because she was cut from the scene, and as Zack mentioned in his panel, that we'll get to see more of that emotional aspect of the Flash. I think about his father, and again Iris, you know, both things. And Iris looks cute, you know, both of them looking at each other, you know, that love at first sight kind of a moment, maybe. We can say so, yeah. But it's beautiful. It's visually beautiful. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but it's just amazing. Now this scene, I can say it's Cyborg trying to dig out, or at least trying to hit, you know, in the ground, like, because that's someone's grave. So is it his mom's grave, or is it his dad? Because even his dad sacrifices, right, in this movie. And more like I feel, or maybe it might be the time when he tries to like dig out Superman. Maybe. Okay, so even I'm not sure what's happening out there, but looks okay, looks great. And of course we haven't got this scene, so I'm happy.
The next shot is an iconic shot of Batman on a gargoyle, which is a very Jim Lee inspired touch. And here's a fun fact, this was also revealed as a promo for Justice League on WB's Facebook page for Batman, but I don't think so this made it to the theatrical cut, I'm not sure. But I really love this shot because, again, it's a nice Jim Lee callback. Now the next shot is very tricky, so hear me out. So we can see Martha Kent approaching Lois Lane. This is probably after Superman's death, after his public funeral, and they finally embrace. So here's the fun bit though. In Zack Snyder's Vero account, he dropped a similar sequence where you see Martha Kent going to Lois's place, and they finally embrace and everything. And just as everything is finished, you see this person change into the Martian Manhunter. That's right, people, Martian Manhunter. We have all grown up with Martian Manhunter thanks to the Justice League Adventure series. And guess what? In Man of Steel, we have Lieutenant General Calvin Swanwick. Apparently, he is the Martian Manhunter. He plays John Johns. John Johns. Yes, let's stick with that. The next shot is I'm pretty sure this is after when Steppenwolf, he enters Atlantis just to retrieve the mother box. That we have seen in the Justice League movie. And as far as I know, there's Mera here. We can see the I think that's the trident. That looks like the trident, not the quadrant. That looks like the trident. And we see the Aquaman armor, Arthur Curry's armor in Justice League. And Vulko is also supposed to be there, as this was revealed in Zack Snyder's Vero account. We can see that the responsibility of saving Atlantis was given to Arthur Curry, but it seems like he does not want to take the responsibility, as he just simply walking away from everything.
Thank you for letting me do this scene, because I love this scene because it's Darkseid. And again, in the theatrical cut, it was Steppenwolf there, of course. And as we got to know, because now it's been removed with Darkseid, and of course, not Darkseid, Uxis or Uxis, whatever the name is. He's still a kid. And imagine how menacing he looks, right? And of course, he loses in this fight, but then again, he goes back. And of course, now he is actually full-grown Darkseid. I hope we'll get to see the full-grown Darkseid maybe in the end of the movie or in the middle, maybe the nightmare scenes. But like, I'm crazy about it. Now, moving ahead, if you see the next scene is, of course, Whatnot. Who is it? The Sad. Exactly. I hope that's the Sad. Right hand of Darkseid, his loyal disciple, you say the guy who helps him out, who gives him advices. And man, look at his face. It's creepy as hell. This guy gonna scare the shit out of everyone, right? You remember that dialogue in Jurassic World where Irfan Khan says that like about this hybrid dinosaur that's gonna scare this, he says that it's going to scare even the parents, right? So that's what he is. And I love that, you know, this hood kind of a thing, you know, his face is covered. That's exactly, we got to see him in the Justice League War. And so they're going through it, and also in the comics, if I'm not wrong about it. And you know, this gives me hope that someday we'll get to see Granny Goodness and the Furies. But the Sad, he is amazing. I loved it, and I hope he has some good moments, you know. And it'll be really interesting to see him that way. Truly, the Sad, my man, right? Now the next scene we see, now this is Star Labs. Now I can't exactly say what's happening out here because we see Flash in behind, and Cyborg is crippling. You know, I don't know, like he has faced some damage or he's sad, because as you see, as he's moving ahead, like he like you see an eye drop like follicle, like something's happening in that scene. Or maybe it's because when his dad died, and because Steppenwolf has to be there, there's a fight sequence happens, because something like that was never ever, a lot of things were not there in the theatrical cut, of course. So that's one of the scene.
The next shot is of a resurrected Superman, and here we see Lois Lane. In Justice League, what happens is that Alfred gets Lois Lane, that is basically Batman's secret weapon to get Superman back to his senses. But here it seems like Lois sees this resurrection of Superman, and maybe some Metropolis bystanders also might see that. I think the resurrection in this movie might be a tad bit different from the resurrection of Superman that we saw in, not tad bit different, I think completely different from what we saw in the Justice League Joss Whedon cut. What is something we never saw in the movie, in fact most of the things here we've never seen in the actual theatrical cut, is Silas Stone, the father of Victor Stone in Star Labs. He's experimenting with the mother box, and it seems like the experiment is a complete failure, and we see the death of Silas Stone and a very, very emotional cyborg. Now Victor Stone is completely transformed into cyborg, and this scene we have never seen before. Also, fun fact, in Terminator 2, it was this character, not Silas Stone, but the actor who plays Silas Stone, who created the Skynet chip in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So this guy is responsible for every technological crap fest that happens every time. Just one more bit. The way Silas Stone is eviscerated, destroyed, or whatever, is very similar to how in the movie in Watchmen, how Dr. Manhattan goes through a similar accident. Is very similar to that particular scene, because of course it's Zack Snyder. Now this is the Steppenwolf that everyone wanted, not the grandfatherly version that we saw. This is a brutal looking Steppenwolf that looks actually like Darkseid's commander, and he means business and no holds barred. He is here in Themyscira to retrieve the mother boxes, and he's very similar in design to the deleted scene in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, when Lex Luthor is in the Kryptonian ship and he sees a version of Steppenwolf retrieving 3 mother boxes, and it looks very similar to the character design that we see right here. Next shot is of Steppenwolf versus the black suited Superman. Probably we'll now see Superman in his traditional red and blue outfit. From what I see, this seems like the fight sequence. I hope it's better this time, and I just hope that Superman is not too overpowered. It seems like a proper shoulder to shoulder quality time fight between these two people, as well as the involvement of Justice League, because what happened in the previous movie was that Superman completely overpowered Steppenwolf. So I hope there's a quality time fight scene between these two, and as well as the involvement of the Justice League. The tunnel scene in from the Justice League movie, the Parademons versus Batman, and you can see Batman is shielding the Parademon blasts. Also, this Batman again seems, I hope he's a serious Batman and not like the Batman who is cracking all these lame jokes in Justice League, where he's like, oh my god, look at him, he's so tall, something is definitely broken. No, this seems like a badass Batman, like the BVS Batman in the warehouse scene. Alright guys, this is again a very important scene. This probably will answer the scene in BVS, probably in BVS, when Bruce Wayne has this vision of Barry Allen visiting him, and he's saying, am I too soon? Lois is the key, that vision. And probably, as you can see, there's an explosion right there, like a pretty solid explosion, and it seems like the Flash is running away from it, and probably now he discovers time travel as well as the Speed Force, because if you see, the scenery is completely different, and the time travel aspect of this movie is very can be seen in this particular scene. And I'm very excited for this one, because the Flash is the linchpin to the entire multiverse in DC. So this was already well established in the multiverse panel in DC Fandome, and also because Flash is the gateway to the multiverse. Because any DC property, whatever it is, the Snyderverse or the Batman universe or the Nolan universe or the Joker universe, Flash is like the bridge for those realities. And I'm really excited what's gonna happen here, because I'm not sure, but probably this is the Speed Force in the Snyderverse, and it could probably mean that he's running away from an explosion, and it seems like he seems to be discovering the aspect of time travel. The next scene is that of Cyborg saving a police officer from what I see is an armored vehicle, and the setting looks like the scene where Superman is resurrected and the League members are having a hard time to contain him. And this shot was previously released in the Justice League trailer, but it was cut from the actual theatrical cut. In the trailer, Cyborg is like he saves the police officer, and he says you should probably leave. And I think this is that scene which was cut out. And the scene where Flash is running, and again you can see a cloud over there. There's an explosion. You can see the blast radius and everything. You can see the lightning, the blue lightning, the speed force. Just like I said previously, time travel, speed force, a lot of it I'm gonna watch just because what Flash is gonna bring to the Snyderverse. And now the final shot of all the Justice League members, probably after defeating Steppenwolf, and I think that's Batman smiling. Yeah, I think so. It seems like, yeah, if they all are happy, and you can see a Superman in his black suit, and you can also see the flying fox, which was not there in the previous in the Justice League theatrical cut, and also Superman was in his traditional red and blue outfit. The Snyder Cut will be releasing in the year 2021, and also there has been a lot of talks if India will be receiving HBO Max. So it's been confirmed that HBO Max will be in India by that time. And also, last but definitely not the least, if this one does really well, we might see a black and white version of the Justice League, a 4-hour black and white version of the film, if this one does well. And also, oh boy, I hope there's Green Lantern somewhere, because I really want Green Lantern to be there. So fingers crossed.
Ren, you asked for it. Yes, everyone has been asking for it, right? I believe Green Lantern is going to be there, and yeah, maybe it's Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, or maybe it's someone else, because we got some images of another guy playing Green Lantern. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but that's his picture, right? I believe, yes. And there's this diagram of Zack's of the Green Lantern suit, how it's going to be, and we will get it. What I think is that we will get to see Martian Manhunter and of course Green Lantern in this movie, or at least a glimpse of it, or maybe a few cameo, as you can see, because he says that his main purpose was to, it's like the Unite the Seven, and as you can see, there's still 6 members with Superman, and with 7 we need 1. We need Green Lantern for sure, and of course with Martian Manhunter it becomes 8. That's okay. But yeah, that's what it is. But apart from that, yes, I believe I am mostly excited for the nightmare scene sequences. I just wanted to be a little bit more of the nightmare scene sequence that we get, so that it gets very clear about the BVS. Even if the nightmare sequence is at least the runtime of the nightmare sequence is same as Batman v Superman, I'll be okay with that too. But with the Hall of Justice and everything, I feel there'll be a lot to see and experience in it, right? So that's what it is.
Alright guys, that's it for today. If you like what we are doing, hit us a like and do subscribe. If you like the scene by scene trailer sneak peek breakdown of the Snyder Cut, please do share it also, and do comment on what you think is going to happen in the Snyder Cut. And lastly, this is Ren signing off.